Hey there, this is GreenSwanica.PROetess. This particular video, I'd like to call this a health lens video because I'm going to share my personal experience with a medical procedure I had just to help alleviate fears for any women in the world who also have to have this particular procedure. And I'm talking about a cytoscopy that is done in office without sedation. And just like my previous video, which I didn't call it a health lens video before, but I'm going to start calling them health lens videos now. And I'm talking about my video about when I had to get an endometrial biopsy to check for cervical cancer, which I thankfully did not have. So with a cytoscopy, and I'm talking about without sedation, it's not painful, and I'm talking about at least for a cytoscopy for a woman. I've read and heard that a male cytoscopy can be, feel painful, but I'm speaking from a female perspective for a female audience who may have to get a cytoscopy someday. Okay, so anyway, it's not painful. And it's only slightly uncomfortable, and it's very, it's brief. It's only like a few minutes. And what it is a tiny camera is inserted into your urethra to reach your bladder to check for whatever, the doctor needs to check for. And during mine, the nurse, a female nurse, and the male doctor and I all talked pleasantly. It was a very stress-free experience. And again, it was only a few minutes, slight discomfort, very slight discomfort, no pain. And so I just wanted to know, or let any women in the audience know that if they have to get a cytoscopy, that it's not something to be frightened of. At least in my experience, it was, again, pain-free, stress-free, and pleasant. Now, that was a cytoscopy without sedation. Now, a few months later, my doctor had to check for something else in the same area, and I had to have a cytoscopy with twilight sedation. This was also very pleasant. Now, this took longer, probably around 45 minutes, the entire procedure. And with my experience with twilight sedation, I don't remember anything that, happened after they, started giving the anesthesia. So I guess that can be, a good thing. That was my experience with it anyway. Now with this, because this is a more involved cytoscopy to check this particular area of my body. And so for this, I did have bleeding just for a couple days, which is considered normal, and some pain also in that area just for a couple days. So to me, it was very manageable, very bearable, just to experience that. And a couple years ago, as I've said in other videos, health related videos, I did have cancer a couple years ago, and I had blood drains in my neck, which were kind of painful, and they would pull on the neck and everything. So going through that, experiencing that is, in other words, a cytoscopy in comparison is, nothing comparison, compared to cancer surgery and everything. So if you have to have a cytoscopy with or without sedation, just know, at least from my experience, it was positive, pleasant, and pretty much, for a medical procedure, stress-free. So I wanted to share that with any females in the audience who may have to get a cytoscopy for, any medical reason that their, doctor requires. And so any other videos in the future that I, can share my, personal medical experience that can help any, others in the audience, any viewers that may be getting the same experience, I'm going to happily share those. And I'm going to call them health lens videos from now on. So whenever I say health lens, you'll know, oh, this is some sort of, medical share. So just to help others, anyone else in the viewing audience who may have to go through it, who may be feeling, nervous or stressed out. I just, wanted to share my experience to help you feel better and realize that, at least in my experience, it was very positive, pleasant. It wasn't, it wasn't stressful at all. Either one, with and without sedation, they were both very, perfectly fine. To me, easy peasy. To me, breezy. Easy peasy, breezy, a walk in the park. So, that's it for this health lens video. And I also wanted to give credit for the background ambiance in my video. This is the Hypertension Sound Bath by Healing Vibrations YouTube channel. And I love listening to the Healing Vibrations channel with the singing bowls sound baths. They're very calming and just lovely, and to me, spiritually invigorating to listen to. So you may already know that channel, be subscribed yourself. So if not, check it out, because it certainly is lovely, and it's right now in the background of this video. So that's it for this health lens video. Good luck to everyone who has to have this particular procedure that I discussed in this video, or any other medical procedures that I've discussed in previous videos. And until next time, I'm GreenSwanica yours, because poetry blooms eternal. And I'll see everyone soonish.